Hello! Welcome back to the shed. It is time for another Tales from the Grocery. But first, the housekeeping. So, we got this fantastic little Rop Vintage Stout Zulu. It's a nice sandblast there with some wonderful ring grain. And in it, I am smoking some G&P Tobacco's Seward's Folly. G&P Tobacco's is out of Anchorage, Alaska. Give them a call. Get you some of this wonderful English crumble cake tobacco. But that is not what this video is about. That is not why you clicked here today. You came for a story from the grocery store. So, today's story is called A Fizzy Floor. So before we get to the meat and potatoes of the story, it is important that you understand some basic things about equipment used in a warehouse or a storage area or anywhere like that. So the first thing you need to know is pallet jack. Now I'm sure many of you have seen the pallet jack. It has a handle that you pump up and down. You put it under a pallet and it makes the pallet go up and down. You're able to lift heavy loads with minimal effort and least amount of back straining. Now, there was an advancement on the pallet jack, and that was to add an electric motor. And you have yourself an electric pallet jack. An electric pallet jack goes up very quickly, up and down. You can lift even more weight than a regular pallet jack. You can move loads faster, and it can do all the same maneuverability of a regular pallet jack, including being able to pivot 180 degrees. Now that is important to this story, that you know that both pallet jacks can pivot 180 degrees. Now this is a little bit of a double-edged sword for the old electric pallet jack, because if you go too fast and you turn too tightly, it tends to tip. Keep that in mind. Now, there's another thing you need to know about warehousing in a grocery store. Many of you have seen the standard United States size of a pallet. Pallet jack can lift one at a time. Now, a pallet used for soda in the United States is about half the depth of a regular pallet. So, if you're putting two and two together here, you can snake on 2 pallets of soda at once on a pallet jack. Very efficient, very convenient. So, knowing this, it is time that we start our story. Let me get a quick relight here, because I did pack this rather tightly. So, it's about 7:45 at night, and that's very important to this story. Our stocking / on-site warehouse manager was needing to rearrange back room. And it was almost done, and he had to put a few pallets of soda back. So, uses the trick of, you can snake under 2 at once with the pallet jack. He's using the electric pallet jack, by the way. Now, we snake under 2, And at the very end, two little tips. The pallet jack forks stick out from that pallet. And if you're foolhardy enough, you can snag a third pallet of soda on those two little tips. So, it being 7:45, and this man being, well, I wouldn't say foolhardy, but maybe in a rush, which creates foolish decisions because he clocks out at 8 o'clock. This is in the evening, by the way, 7:45 in the evening. Goes home at 8 in the evening. He decides, you know what? I'm going to snag 3. Under the first 2, snags a third, lifts it up. We're going. Now remember what I said about if you get too fast and you turn too tight, tips? Guess what? He went too fast. He turned too tight. There's 3 pallets of soda. They tip. None of these is saran wrap / shrink wrapped. They topple over. There is soda everywhere. Cans are busted. 12-pack carriers are busted everywhere. It is something that you could refer to as the Great Soda Massacre. Yeah. Great fun. So, what does he do? Well, I'm back there. Goes, Drew, I'm gonna go get a mop. Great. You better get a mop. And I'm gonna get some shopping carts too to put all these loose cans of soda in. You know, the ones that didn't break. He goes and gets the mop. I start mopping. He starts mopping. Picking up sodas. We're mopping. Mind you what time it is. 8 o'clock rolls around. Alright, Drew, you have fun. I'm going home. What? You're not staying to help me? Because, you know, this mess you created? Because you got in a rush? Yup. He left me. By myself. To clean up a giant mess of soda. Stickiest substance known to man when it dries. I spent the next hour and a half mopping soda, picking up cans, cleaning the carnage of the Great Soda Massacre. Yeah. Great fun. That floor was sticky for a good 2 months afterwards. We have the grocery store, one of those big industrial floor scrubbers. A couple of times. Didn't do a whole lot. Because you know what concrete does? It's porous. It absorbs. Gets in those porous pockets. And it's sticky. Yeah. So, let this be a lesson to you. If you ever have an electric pallet jack, don't go too fast. Don't tune too hard. Don't pick up 3 pallets of soda. Till I see you again, be kind and good to each other.